Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about how to make our roof look more detailed. So I'm going to start by making just a simple house. I'm going to make my base of it 25 feet by 35 feet. And I'm going to pull it up 9 feet. I'm going to make my roof. And I normally just go with whatever height looks good for me. I'll make my roof overhang. Again, I just go with whatever look I like. So we have our roof, and we want to make this section of it look more realistic. Normally when you look at a house, you don't always have this actual whole triangular piece coming out. So we're going to use the tape measure and the line tool. I'm going to do this to both sides, so I use the tape measure in order to make sure that both of them are equal. I'm going to click on this bottom corner and go in about a foot. And when I do this, it should, hopefully, there we go, make that little dot. And when I hover over it, it says guide point. Now I'm going to use the line tool and click on that guide point. And I want to make some lines that are parallel to each other. So I'm going to hover over this line and just sit on it for a second, but don't click anywhere. Then when I move, it becomes pink, and it's telling me that both of those lines are parallel. I also want it to be exactly centered from the top of the roof, so I'll hover over that top point and move down. So it should look like this, where you have the dot that says from point, and then both of those lines are pink. I'm going to click to finish it, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Hover over that line, it'll turn pink, and then I click to finish. Now I can orbit and pull this in. So the best way to do it, sometimes when you're doing this, it'll pull it out for you instead of pushing it in. Move your cursor down onto the face of the wall so that those are lined up together, and then I'll erase. So now this looks much more realistic than this side. I'm going to repeat the process. So again, I'm making a guide point that's 1 foot. I normally just go with 1 foot because it's easy to remember, and it generally works with the shapes that I go with. I'll hover over that line, hover over the top point. It's pink and says from point. Hover over the next line, and then I'll pull again. Now I've got a much more realistic looking house. To get rid of those little dots, sometimes it's hard to actually erase them with the eraser. I'll go to the search bar and type in delete guides, click on that, and then they'll go away. And you're all done.